I'm Murray Ansell of Life Energy Coaching. Today's an important day in world history. It's the inauguration of President Donald Trump, the new leader of the United States of America and of the free world. As an energy coach and someone who's been studying energy for the last 14 years, I thought I'd share with you a very interesting insight that I had many years ago when I was actually working with a coach. I was coaching this coach with respect to his energy. He was a sports coach. I was coaching him with respect to things that he had experienced in his childhood and which was still affecting him as an adult. And I worked with him, I had a couple of coaching sessions with him. One was several hours, the second one was a couple of hours. But in both cases, he reported back to me something that was really very interesting. He asked me after the first coaching session, Murray, is it possible that the work that we'd done could have affected my team? And I said, well, that's very interesting. Tell me what happened. So he was a coach of a sports team, and this team was made up of people in their late teens and early 20s, pretty inexperienced at the game that they were playing. And they were playing in a senior competition against much more experienced players on other teams. They hadn't been doing very well. You know, it's a team full of talent, but their emotions were all over the place. They hadn't harnessed their emotions to their benefit. In fact, it was they were going all over the place. They were criticizing each other, they were criticizing themselves, getting down on themselves, and they just hadn't been winning. This particular game, the next day after our coaching session, the person I was coaching had noticed a significant difference. He noticed they were a lot lighter in their energy, they were playing around with one another, having fun. They didn't win the game, but at the end of the weekend, it was a 2-day sports event, they all agreed that was the best game that they had played. They wanted to keep that feeling within the team, and this fellow reported that back to me, and I thought, well, that's very interesting. So I said, well, why don't we work on your success energy? So that was the second coaching session. That was another 2 hours that we spent together. The next weekend, they had their first win. They kept the same joviality and good nature among the team. They enjoyed what they were doing, but they were more successful. And from that point on in the season, they started winning more and more, and they avoided what looked like certain relegation for their team earlier in the season. So what that showed me was that the energy of the leader transmits to those being led. In this case, he was guiding these young players. He was giving them practical advice about how they could improve their efforts. But he'd been doing that for several weeks, and they hadn't been winning. But when we removed certain aspects of his own subconscious programming and his conditioning, and the emotional energy around certain things unfortunate things that had happened in his childhood, everything changed. He felt a lot lighter and a lot better, and his team members benefited from that. So here we are today on the 20th of January 2017. We have a new leader. He has an energy that's very different from the energy of the previous president, and I would suggest probably all the presidents in living memory. So there's a lot of people out there that are very concerned that he's not going to be, good for the country or good for them or good for the people they care about. There is no benefit in going into negative emotions about somebody else. All that we're doing there is we're connecting to their energy in a way that draws negativity into our energy. When we judge other people, we create etheric connections with them, and we tap into their energy, and particularly the areas that we judge negatively. So for us today, anyone who wants the best for the United States, wants the best for Donald Trump for that matter, wants the best for the world, It's really about learning to hold one's energy, learning to hold one's love and one's light consistently, avoiding the knee-jerk reaction of wanting to judge and criticize and blame and condemn. Recently, I was guided to create a new product that it's an ebook called Human Energetics. Human Energetics draws from the benefits of 14 years of transformational work that I've done within myself. Shirley, my wife and partner in Life Energy Coaching, has done within herself, and really provides something of an overlighting to those who read the book. The book is about how our energy works as a human being. And it's a very interesting read, it's very informative, and it helps us at a subconscious level. But there is an energetic transformation that goes on when you read that book. Not only when you read it for the first time, but every single time that you read it. It works on your energy for a period of 7 days following when you first read it. And it's something that transforms your energy one layer at a time. Whatever you most need transformed during your week, during that time when you read it, will be transformed during the following week. So if you want to maintain a positive energy and a positive outlook this week and for the next, 208 weeks during this presidency and beyond, this is a great product to get. So if you'd like to learn more about that, I recently was interviewed by Carl Fink of Streaming for the Soul. They have a Superpowers program. Some very interesting information about the product that's there. That's on our Human Energetics page on our website at www.lifeenergycoaching.com/human energetics. So I look on today with great interest, not with judgment. I feel there's a lot of positive potential in this upcoming presidency. It could go either way in a lot of different subjects, but we can only control our energy. So we need to be in non-resistance, and we need to remember that the highest frequencies of love and light transform every energy that is a lower frequency, which is every other energy. So our job, if we want to do the best for ourselves and for others now and in the future, is to hold the highest frequency. So thank you for your time. Human Energetics is a great way to do that. I look forward to seeing you on my next video.